So I posted a video, I don't know, probably a year or so ago, cutting into a zero clearance insert on my miter saw. Had a few people ask me different things about it, like what's the purpose in it, why would you do that, blah, 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 blah. And I just wanted to make this video and kind of explain the reasoning behind why I use a zero clearance insert on my miter saw. So on most miter saws, I use the DeWalt's. This is my old one here, but it comes with this insert when you buy it. It goes in here, and as you can see, it's a pretty wide gap for where the saw blade goes in. You can see it's quite a bit bigger than the actual blade. And what happens when you're cutting material, if you're cutting small pieces off, especially, they'll fall down in here and they'll get stuck down in there, and your blade will hit them and catch them and sling them. And I don't know if it damages your blade. I don't see how it couldn't over time, but it just annoys the crap out of me when stuff gets down in there. So that's probably the number one reason why I use one of these. And this is my old one. It's kind of jacked up because I cut some bevels with it, but I put a new one in my new saw. But you can see even with this one, it's kind of messed up here. You can see, if I can get it in there, that even with this, it's full of dust, it won't go down. But even as messed up looking as this one is, if I can get it to focus here, you can see it's a much tighter cut. So it prevents a lot of stuff from going down in there. If you're cutting bevels, it'll mess it up. It'll cut it a little bit wider. But if you're just cutting straight cuts or miter cuts, it's going to basically be the same width as your saw blade. So it prevents cutoffs from going down in there. And you can also use it to measure with. Like you can hook your tape on it and pull it over if you're trying to measure a piece. And you can also use it as a reference on where your saw is going to cut. So just mark the board, line your mark up with the edge of this cut, and you know exactly where your blade's going to hit. So that's the main reasons why I use one of these, mostly to keep stuff from going down in there. I cleaned this one out the other day, and it was just full of, well, not this one, my new saw that had this insert in it. It was just full of little, 1/8 inch, 16th inch pieces that had fallen down in there. So that's why I use one of these. My new saw, I put those Kaizen fences on it. They've got a plastic piece that mounts onto them, so you can actually have a zero clearance fence as well as the insert for your miter saw. So hope that kind of helps explain why I do that.